Bonjour, mes amis. Welcome back. So, for French and English work, it's going to be a little bit different this week. Now, the video that you're seeing is going to be for both English work and French work. I'm going to upload it both on the English content section and the French content section. It's the same video, and here's why. Now, what you see here is a choice board, and it's called a choice board because you can choose the activities that you'd like to do. I want you to do 6 activities. 3 of them have to be in French, and 3 of them have to be done in English. It's totally up to you which activities to choose and which ones to do in French and which ones to do in English. I'll leave that up to you. So let me explain to you what you have to do for each activity. Let's start with this one. It says write an acrostic poem, think of a word or a sentence for each letter. So the way acrostic poems usually work is that you write the topic like this vertically with one letter at a time. And for each line, you have to write a word or a sentence that starts with the letter in that line. Okay, so if you're doing it for French, in French, make sure you write down fleur, and all of your words and sentences have to be in French. If you're doing it in English, same thing. Your words and sentences all have to be in English for each line. Number 2, design a spring t-shirt. Draw an image and write words or sentences on it. So maybe your spring t-shirt has a picture of you jumping on puddles. Make sure you label anything that you see on that picture. For example, the puddles, you can write puddles, or maybe flaque d'eau if you're doing it in French. Maybe you can label the clothing that you're wearing, butt or boots if it's in English. Totally up to you. Number 3, make a card in the shape of a rainbow. Write a special message on the card. Give it to someone special. Maybe you can give it to your mom, your dad, your brother, sister. Write a letter to a friend to explain why spring is your favorite season. Should be favorite season here. So give me at least 3 reasons if that's your favorite reason. Maybe because the weather gets better and flowers start to bloom. Maybe because there are activities that you start doing that you can't do during the winter. Whatever your reasons are, make sure you give me at least 3. Number 5, create a Venn diagram to compare spring and summer. Now, Venn diagram are used to compare 2 things. So let's say you write spring here and you write summer here. You're going to list on this side all the things that make spring different from summer or special, and here all the things that make summer special or different from spring. For example, here for spring, you might say the flowers start to bloom. Les fleurs poussent if you're doing it in French. For summer, maybe you might say, I go to the beach. Je vais à la plage. You can't really do that during the spring because the water is still cold. Now here in the middle, where the 2 circles meet, you're going to tell me some things that you can do during both spring or summer. It could be activities, foods that you eat, what makes summer and spring similar or the same. Well, maybe you can eat an ice cream during both spring and summer. Je mange une crème glacée. You can play basketball during both spring and summer because by spring, most of the snow has cleared up. So whatever it is, up to you. Next, create a comic strip related to the theme of spring. Make sure that you write your sentences and that you draw. Number 7, create a word search game that has the following words. Printemps, and now if you're doing this in English, just write the equivalent, the word in English. So for printemps, it would be spring. Fleurs, lapin, soleil, pluie, parapluie, tulipe, herbe, and any spring-related words that you can think of. Parapluie is just umbrella. Number 8, make a list of 10 signs that spring is here. For example, one of them can be les fleurs poussent, or flowers are blooming. And finally, design a spring garden. What would your garden have? Draw and label your garden. So for example, if you draw a picture of you planting carrot seeds, or maybe your garden has carrots, you're going to write carrots. Or if it's in French, carottes. Make sure it's either all in French or all English for all of the activities. Do 3 in French, 3 in English, and send me your work. I hope you're going to have fun with these activities. And if you have any questions, please let me know.